What's going on, everyone, and welcome to Highly and Alph Gaming. I'm your host, Alph, and I love Splatoon 2. It's one of my favorite games of all time, and no matter how much I play it, I just can't get enough of its addictive gameplay. There are many different weapons to choose from in Splatoon 2, and all of them provide a unique way to lay down ink and splat opponents. Some of these weapons, however, are better than others, the all-stars of Splatoon 2 combat. Today we'll be counting down the top 10 best weapons in Splatoon 2. A few things to keep in mind before we get started. This list will be entirely based off of a weapon's stats, so clone weapons with different subs and specials will be grouped together for the purposes of this video. I'll do another top 10 about subs and specials another day, but not this time. Also, everyone has a different playstyle. Mine is personally dependent largely on reaction time rather than planned out aiming, so if I seem to be showing a particular tendency to shy away from blasters and chargers, now you know why. Sorry blaster and charger mains, but this list may not pertain to your opinions on the topic. One more thing, no hero weapons will be counted on the list. Now that all that's out of the way, let's get started. At number 10, we have the only blaster on the list. Taking the spot is the Rapid Blaster, and it's actually a pretty good weapon. Variations include the Rapid Blaster and Rapid Blaster Deco. There is a Rapid Blaster Pro with increased range, but its fire rate is decreased drastically. As its name implies, the Rapid Blaster is a blaster that shoots ink, well, rapidly? Obviously, it's not going to shoot ink as fast as a regular shooter, but it does have a pretty good fire rate for the power it puts out. The Rapid Blaster shoots a solid, medium-length strip of ink in front of you, not unlike a slosher. It's arguably the best charger to use for laying down ink due to its quicker fire rate, and it's also very useful for splatting opponents. It's the fastest firing blaster, but it still doesn't shoot ink quickly enough for me to put it any higher on the list. For number 9, we have the E-Liter 4K. I'm not usually a charger guy, but when I do decide to use one, it's the E-Liter 4K. Variations include the E-Liter 4K and custom E-Liter 4K. What makes this charger stand out is that it has a great range while maintaining a pretty good charge rate. There is a variation of this weapon with a scope and incredible range, but its charge rate is very slow. As with the Rapid Blaster, the reason that I prefer this charger is its balance. It's not so slow to fire that you can't put down any ink, but it also has great range and power. Chargers are meant mostly for getting kills, but it's nice to have one that's good for multiple uses. At number 8, we have the Heavy Splatling. Variations include the Heavy Splatling and Heavy Splatling Deco. The Heavy Splatling is like a normal shooter, but you have to charge up shots in bursts of a few seconds. This would normally be an enormous flaw except for one thing. The Heavy Splatling is a beast. It has an insane range and firepower, and it's useful in almost every situation except close quarter combat. In Turf War, it inks a ton. In ranked battles and Salmon Run, it's great for splatting large groups of opponents. Many Splatling type weapons are good, but I find the Heavy Splatling to be particularly amazing. Number 7 on my list is the Octo Brush. Variations include the Octo Brush and Octo Brush Nueve? I don't know. The Octo Brush is like a roller, but much faster and with a thinner trail of ink. The Octo Brush's main use, though, comes in spamming the attack button. This allows you to do a sort of flurry attack that can cover lots of turf and splat by the masses. The Octo Brush is useful all around, whether in Turf War, Salmon Run, or ranked battles. The Octo Brush is great, but it lacks range, which is why it's only number 7. For number 6, I have the most generic weapon in the game, the Splatter Shot. Variations include the Splatter Shot and Tentatech Splatter Shot. Nintendo's basic weapon turns out to be also one of the best. Shooters are the middle ground of Splatoon weapons with good ink distribution and range and accuracy, and the Splatter Shot is the middle ground of the middle ground. With a very useful fire rate and good range, the Splatter Shot feels great to use. As I said just a few seconds ago, shooters are great in any circumstance, and the Splatter Shot is one of the best. You can splat opponents and ink turf with ease, making the Splatter Shot an excellent choice of firepower. Number 5 on my list is the Undercover Brella. The Brella class is one of the new weapon types in Splatoon 2, and it's a pretty good one at that. Similarly to a slosher or blaster, the Undercover Brella allows you to shoot ink in front of you in decent-sized bursts. What makes the Undercover Brella interesting, though, is that, like all Brellas, the Undercover Brella puts a shield in front of you when you hold in the fire button. This shield can stop one full bomb or baller explosion blasts that would otherwise be lethal. Unlike other Brella-type weapons, the Undercover Brella never detaches from the firing part, providing you with a constant shield unless it's broken or you run out of ink. The Undercover Brella is great at providing a last-minute defense against a bomb or otherwise expected projectile, earning it the number 5 spot on my list. For number 4, I've chosen the Splat Roller. Variations include the Splat Roller and Crack-On Splat Roller. Two other rollers that are also enjoyed by many are the Dynamo Roller and Carbon Roller. The Dynamo Roller has great range and power, but is incredibly slow to run and fling with. The Carbon Roller, then, has incredible speed, but it's the only roller that won't splat an opponent instantly by rolling over them. The original Splat Roller, then, is right in the middle. It excels at splatting opponents while still being quick to fling and roll with. This roller, like most weapons on the list, is here because of its balance. Whether you need to be inking turf or splatting opponents, the Splat Roller has got you covered. Number 3 on my list is the Dapple Doolies, or I guess, are the Dapple Doolies? I don't know. Variations include the Dapple Doolies and the Dapple Doolies Novo. Nove? I still don't know. Doolies are another new weapon class in Splatoon 2, and a pretty basic one at that. The Doolies function as normal shooter-type weapons, usually with slightly decreased range and increased fire rate. The real advantage of shooter-type weapons, then, is their ability to let you dodge roll. When holding the fire button and a direction on the left stick, pressing B will allow you to roll quickly in any direction. Most Doolies allow you to do this twice in a row, and dodge rolling is an absolute game-changer. The dodge roll not only acts as a quick way to roll away from bombs or enemy fire, but provides the extra second you need to splat enemies with greater ranged weapons. Doolies are my favorite weapon class in Splatoon 2 just for the dodge roll alone, and their amazing fire rate is icing on the cake. All of this makes the Dapple Doolies an easy choice for number 3 on my list. At number 2, we have the NZAP. Variations include the NZAP 89 and NZAP 85. The NZAP collection is a type of normal shooter weapon modeled after the Nintendo Zapper for the NES. It also happens to be my favorite shooter-type weapon. The two main features to look for in a shooter are their range and fire rate, and the NZAP excels in both of these. It's one of the most ranged shooters there are, and it has a fire rate worthy of some Doolies. The NZAP is just a fantastic weapon no matter how you slice it, excellent at both inking turf and splatting opponents, earning it the number 2 spot on my list. And now, for number 1, I've chosen the Dark Tetra Doolies. At the time of this recording, the Dark Tetra Doolies were released only a few weeks ago, and they seem to be becoming an instant hit. The reason is simple, and because of one simple fact. What's better than 2 consecutive dodge rolls? 4 consecutive dodge rolls. That's right, the Dark Tetra Doolies allow you to dodge roll 4 times in a row rather than the normal allotted quantity of 2. The only downside is that these are more like dodge slides and are a bit less useful feeling, but this doesn't matter much when you've got 4 of them. Other than that, this is a pretty standard Dooley, so it's just great for that. All around, the Dark Tetra Doolies provide great utility with almost no weaknesses, making them my number 1 pick for the best Splatoon 2 weapon. Thanks for watching, everyone. Remember to like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and remember to tell me your favorite Splatoon 2 weapons down in the comments below. See you next time, and have a great day!